So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for two.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On the handoff, this is Brown. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 66 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Getting toward the middle of the fourth quarter, and with that lead, they love runs like that.
And don't we spend a lot of time looking at the timeout situation, clock management, but it's really not going to matter much if they can't stop them. And right now, they're really struggling to get them on the ground.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. If you've got control of this thing, get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Brown. 10 more there and another first down. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Here we go, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check 3.
Here's a give to Brown. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Now Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
70, Hawk 70. We got four.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Commanders,
they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.